Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. So today, well, we did a little some and we ordered from the Prime Big Days deal. So, what did we get in here? Some movies, that's for sure. Why don't you guys stick around and find out with me? Hello everyone, my name is Jeff, and welcome back to my channel, JOHNDOEJUGGALO. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like my daughter says, it's free, and you can always change your mind later. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. This is where you're going to find me discussing my favorite things about movies and music, video games, and the physical medias that surround all of those types of mediums. So please sit back and relax and check out this next video. Alright, so, yeah, Prime Day big deals. They were popping off all over the place, it seemed like. They just kept putting a whole bunch of different movies on sale, and so this is what I grabbed. It took me a little while to get all my different packages, so we've got them all together. We threw them all in this bag from Amazon, because they sent everything in bags and bubble mailers. But we got some stuff in here, so let's see what we got, guys. We're going to start off with some Blu-rays. This is one of my favorite comedy spoof trilogies. I'm glad that I finally added these to the collection on Blu-ray. And it was part of not only was it part of the Prime Big Days, but it was also part of a buy two for the price of three deal. So like this was completely free, I guess. And I don't remember which other ones I put in the deal for it, but I just remember it came back as like $0, or the price of this is what was the negative on the bottom of the Amazon order. And that is the Scary Movie trilogy. No Mercy, No Shame, no sequels. Which, this said no, that used to actually say no sequels without an X on it. That was changed after they made Scary Movie 2. But, yeah. I'm actually really glad to add these to the collection because I've always enjoyed them. And for some reason, the only one that I have in the collection is Scary Movie 5. And that's because I needed to watch it for a watch along or a ranking or something that I was doing or gonna do. And 5 was the only one that wasn't streaming anywhere. And I was able to get it for, just a couple dollars. But I was able to stream 1 through 4 and couldn't stream 5. So I bought 5. And now I've got 1 through 3. So I just need Scary Movie 4. And we'll have them all. But this has got, all the first 3 on Blu-rays with, I'm not even so sure there's special features on them because there's nothing listed on here to say that there is. It just says R-rated, R-rated, and unrated. That's probably the only extra thing that I notice. So, but kicking right off behind that spoof trilogy is yet another spoof trilogy that I've actually never seen. But it just got a requel, is what we'll call it. So I'm very excited to go back and check out the originals, the old school ones. Because I hear they're very funny. I like this actor. He's in some other spoof movies that I like as well. But like I said, I've not seen these ones. Adding these to the collection like this is a really good way for me to, 1, check them out, and 2, if I decide I like them, maybe I upgrade them later, because some of them, at least one of them, has a 4K, but I would rather get the whole set in one case. You guys know, just like the Scary Movie, all 3 in one regular Blu-ray case. That's what we got here too, with the Naked Gun trilogy. Like I said, I've never seen these, but I like Leslie Nelson. He was one of my favorite things about Scary Movie 3, actually. See, he's in Scary Movie 3 as well. He may have even been in Scary Movie 4. I can't quite remember if he was or not. But ain't that funny? I didn't even realize that when I was buying them. I just seen they were having really good... Paramount was having really good deals on their... on these packs during the Prime Day deals. So we got 6 movies in just 2 little Blu-ray cases, guys. I love it. Like, you guys know I love 1, a good deal, and 2, I really like it when I don't have to take up nearly as much shelf space for movies that I like, but I don't... I mean, and I actually love Scary Movie 2. I love Scary Movie 2, I do. But I don't need a big chunky box for all 3 of these. I would maybe buy one for Scary Movie 2, but in all honesty, this is good. And it takes up way less shelf space, so I could fit more movies on my wall. So that's what I like about these types of sets. That's why I grabbed them up. Plus, I mean, 6 funny movies? Come on. This next one is one that I've not seen before, but I did have a slipcover for it already, and I'm glad that I did because it came naked when it showed up, but I've already put the slipcover on it.
Take 'em off. Naked.
So you guys don't have to see it be naked. But I had the slipcover from my good friend Tony because it was one that I've been wanting to see. And it's, you know, a newer movie. Sort of. It just came out, I think it just came out on 4K Blu-ray this year. But it was a movie that came out, it was a 2024 movie. So I think it's still kind of a newer 4K release. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not that old. And that is The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I was very happy to find the 4K for this. Look at this cast. Great cast. You got Henry Cavill. You got the dude from Jack Reacher. So, like I said, very excited to check this one out. I've heard really good things about it. Heard it was a lot of fun. Very explosive. And, you know, it's about World War II. I love movies that are based around World War II. And war movies with a Dolby Atmos track, I'm all about it. So I definitely want to check it out and see how good it sounds with the Dolby Atmos soundtrack. So let me know if you guys have seen this down below. Did I waste my time grabbing it? Like I said, it was really good deal. It was like $10 or $11. So I just thought I wanted to grab it up. It looked like a real good deal to me. Next up is another one that is a war movie. I don't really know if it's a war movie. I've not seen it, but it does have war in the title. And it is an A24 film that I've been excited to see for a while. And it did come with a slipcover. It came complete. And it is one of the very few A24 4K movies that I have. I've not started any of the A24 barcode spine collection. I've not started any of those. I've mainly just been buying the Lionsgate slipcover editions on Blu-ray. And I have a handful on 4K, but not a lot. And what I mean by handful is I think I have 2 or 3. So not even an actual handful. This might be my 3rd or 4th one. And that is Civil War. The cast in this, amazing. I loved seeing the cast in this. You've got Kristen Durst is in this. And it's written by the same people that wrote 28 Days Later, Ex Machina, and Annihilation. So I would assume that the writing is probably pretty solid. And I'm always happy to add new movies to my A24 shelf. So you guys let me know down below what you thought of Civil War. I know my mom watched it and she said it wasn't exactly what she thought it was going to be, so she didn't enjoy it as much as she thought she would, but it was a decent enough time. So, and lastly, this is the last thing that I got on the Prime Day sales, or the Prime Big Day sales, whatever they were calling that, right? This is one of my favorite films of all time. This might be my favorite Jim Carrey film. And I was actually very disappointed that it didn't come with a slipcover.
Take 'em off. Nikki's Nikki.
So if you're watching this and you happen to have a slipcover that you don't care to send my way, let me know. I'd like to slip this movie. I got Jim Carrey's The Truman Show. It was down to about $15, so I just had to grab it. Like I said, probably one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. I've been meaning to grab it up since it came out. And, you know, it's not been out that long. I think it came out at the end of 2023 for this 4K. But it's loaded, you know. It's got all kinds of the special features, which I bet a lot of the special features are probably all legacy. But still, I don't have this film in my collection. I used to have it on DVD many years ago, but at one point I had purged my DVD collection before, like, as I got into Blu-ray back in the day. When I got into Blu-ray, I'm like, hey, I'm done with DVDs. Everything's going to come to Blu-ray. Blu-ray is an amazing format. These companies are going to release everything on Blu-ray because that's just what needs to happen. And little did I know I'd be rebuying DVDs because that was still the only way to own films. And now I have a couple hundred, maybe more than a couple hundred DVDs of movies that are stuck on DVD because I'd still rather have the film in my collection on DVD than not have it at all. And that's why I haven't had Truman Show for a while. But like I said, my only disappointment in the whole order was that this came naked. Everything else I was pretty happy with. Everything came in good order. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare came naked, but I had a cover for it, so that really wasn't a big deal for me. But I think this was a pretty good Prime Day scoop. You guys let me know what you think. If you think I grabbed up some good stuff. Did you grab up anything for the Prime Day big day sale? Because they seem to be having more Prime member sales way more often than Prime Day. It used to just be Prime Day on July the 10th, and that was all there was. And now they seem to have Prime Flash weekends, Prime Flash Day, Prime big day deals, all kinds of stuff. But hey, it helps me as a collector and as a consumer to have a deal. It makes it, in my mind, a little more enticing to make the purchase. Do you guys have that kind of thing go on as well with your purchasing? Well, why don't you guys sound off down in the comments below. We'll get a good conversation started about maybe our spending habits or where we like to find our good deals, or if we do shop Amazon a lot, and if we do, what kind of stuff do we grab from there? I like to grab my movies. I'd like to take a moment to thank my members for always going above and beyond. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you all so very much for making it to the end of the video. If you did, I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It really does. So thank you so very much. If you've not already liked this video, please do that for me. Share it. Hit the bell notification if you're not already. And if for some reason you've made it all the way here and you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It's free for you, and it means everything to me. But like always, no matter how we consume our art, we should always try our best to keep it physical.